and Crystal was 30 something until this. And now we're reminded. And same thing with Leah. And you're like, I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm just saying it's not like a cohesive group like that.
Well, but see, I kind of disagree with you because Bethany Frankel was notoriously younger than all the other women, than Jill Zarin.
Is she though that much younger? How old is Bethany now? 52?
Well, Bethany's in her 50s, but wasn't when she was on.
Well, if Bethany's in her 50s now and Jill's in her 50s.
Oh, all right. Well, then
and Luana's in her 50s. Now, mind you, late 50s and that's kind of the same age to me, darling.
All right, darling. All right. Okay. Then
I mean, Bethany was broke, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. But
I think they're discovering that, right? They're having a hard time. And I guess my question is, and I know every network is always trying to do this. They're always trying to attract younger viewers, but I almost want to ask them, like, is it worth it? Like, do you really
is it working?
Is it working? And is it really attracting the new viewer you want? Because my guess is it's not. It's that the same diehards that watch all the franchises are your loyal fans and they're continuing to watch and you're getting other women in that age bracket. But I don't know. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are attracting 23-year-olds that they want to watch Bravo.
Well, I was just going to say, and this is a question, please slip into our DMs. Is there anyone out there in their 20s? I don't want 31. I want to keep this just to the 20s. Anyone out there in the 20s listening to Behind the Velvet Rope and watching the Housewives, let me know. I do have people at times that slip in that are like, hey, I'm 20. I've had 2 straight guys slip in that say, stop saying there's no straight guys. And that's 2 of them. So there's at least 2 straight bros listening.
My husband watches my husband and I watch RHOBH. Yeah. He loves RHOBH and he kind of gets mad when I watch it without him. Of course, he thinks it's ridiculous, but I mean,
and I just wonder, is there 24 or 27-year-olds out there that are watching? I think that's great. But I, to your point, I just wonder, but I don't know. So
all right.
There's something about Tamra's podcast that is different than Gizelle and Robin's. The difference is Gizelle and Robin talk about topics, right? Dating, sex.
Pop culture, culture. They sports. Yeah, they talk a lot more than but I mean, to Robin and Giselle's point, they're under contract with Bravo. They can't.
Right.
I think Teddy and Tamra do have a little more leeway to talk.
Right. But like Gizelle and Robin, they're like Tamra and Teddy's podcast is a rival to Behind the Velvet Rope. Like we're interviewing Gizelle and Robin, it's not a Housewives podcast. They're not interviewing Lisa Rinna. Next week, they're not interviewing Luann. They're not dying for Jill to come on because she's back, right? I mean, they're going to talk about Potomac and they'll probably have to get on Dom on, but it's not a Housewives podcast. It's not. And even Melissa Gorga, hers is not a Housewives podcast. She has Housewives on, but she has other guests and she talks about other things. There is something different to me about Tamra and Teddy's podcast. Like, I agree with you. I don't think that's why. I think one call from Daddy Cohen would be like, Tamra, hey, listen, don't fucking breathe a word, sign the contract. Here's the deal. In 6 months, we're going to announce that you're back on RHOC and we need 6 months of you stepping away from the 2 T's. So you got to announce on Monday that you're leaving the Tedster. And that's the end of it. And Tamra would do all that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
So Tamra would quit 2 T's and leave Teddy high and dry. This is not just my wishful thinking. If she was offered a role on RHOC. So I agree. It's just, that's a convenient excuse for Daddy Cohen. You can get any housewife back to quit whatever they're doing in the world. You can have them quit within an hour to be back on the damn show.
Okay. I do want to ask you this though, because, obviously we're going to wrap up the show at some point, but you were hanging out with Bronwyn, right?
Yeah. And then I need to talk about Carol Raswell's.
Okay. Me too. I want to get to those 2 stories. Tell me about Bronwyn. I loved the photo of you two. Were you in the Hamptons together? How's Bronwyn's girlfriend? Give me the scoop.
Oh my gosh. I had to go back to the city, which, oh God, I'm so sick of going. I had to go 3 times already. And so I had lunch with the B while I was there. The other B, not Bethany, Bronwyn. And look, Bronwyn is back and forth between the OC and
New York,
living in New York. How is her girlfriend? I always feel when it happens in the real world, it's not my place to put that out there. But she has the girlfriend.
Oh,
Sarah's
I thought
like,
that was public.
Sarah's like, no. They are, let me put it this way. She does have a girlfriend, Victoria, and Victoria is a model. This is real. And she travels the world and
and they're having
gets
hot lesbian sex. Why don't you insert Dame
hot.
products? I mean,
They're
because
having-
yeah.
I have to tell her about Dame because Dame, by the way, Dame just renewed the contract. They're like an official sponsor over here.
I know.
Dame is like they're having. I gotta get some Dame products for her. But Dame is they're the best. They're the best vibrators out there, and you get 15% off, guys. If you go to the show notes, dame.com, and you get 15% off. And why not? But you got to use the code, I think, Velvet. Why not get 15% off for Dame? Don't you want to have fun when you're alone? Vibrators are cool, man. But they're having hot lesbian sex. We had lunch. Bronwyn made us get pizza. I got to get back on my diet, guys. And look,
Don't bother.
Bronwyn is living her best life. I don't think she's going to be back on the air. I don't think she's going back to, Elizabeth Vargas, by the way, I just saw today is starting a podcast as well. Everybody has a podcast. Everybody. But
Well,
hers
they
is
see the success. Yeah.
they see the success. So why doesn't everyone just come into the podcast game?
They just don't realize the work, but they see the success.
And what is this now? Adam Carol Raswell's ex.
Oh my God, he's a blast from the past. I mean, have we thought about Adam recently? I had not thought about hot Adam. Adam was always like super attractive to me. I loved, he was kind of crunchy granola. He's a chef. He's a celebrity chef. That's how he met Carol. He's a longtime friend of Elle Macpherson. And there's always been a rumor that they date, but supposedly they both shot that down. And he's just a chef for her Wellco company. But I love this New York Post blind item, which was not really blind item. It was out there, but that he was at a party with Kelly Ben-Simone and just like drooling over her. And Kelly wasn't really into it and then ended up leaving the party. But I mean, what is that? What happened to Adam? I guess I mean,
this story doesn't seem so unbelievable.
No, this is believable.
Look, he was with Carol. Now he's linked to Elle. I mean, maybe if it seems like he likes older females.
Yes.
And Kelly Ben-Simone, who has been on this podcast, is just literally drop dead gorgeous. Drop dead.
I know I've told you this story. I mean, I walked by her on a New York sidewalk and I did a double take. Like everybody did a double take. It was myself. Like there was another guy. I mean, she is so she's stunning. She just looks like a star. She looks like a star. She's
so pretty. So
beautiful.
I mean, I think she's prettier than Elle Macpherson, if you want to hear that. But Elle Macpherson is also gorgeous. And Carol's pretty. They're all pretty.
Oh, I love Carol. Carol's my favorite, one of my favorite housewives of all time and style icon of mine. I love Carol.
She did well here behind the velvet rope. So I don't know. So that's Adam says it's not true. All the reps say it's not true. But
I don't know. I don't think Adam responded. I think